Hong Kong has this big list, like the official list, I guess, in Hong Kong that states what can be traded, what can't be, and what's good and what's not. And in their top 5 index lists, they decided to kick out XRP and throw in Solana. It makes sense because Solana has a higher market cap than XRP. But I don't know if there's some other reason for that. Maybe, maybe not. But XRP was kicked out. Solana itself, taking a breather. Obviously, it's still holding a little bit below 100. Taking a breather. Its metrics are still awesome. Doing more NFT sales than basically everyone else in the past 24 hours. That's fantastic. Myro just continues to go up and up and up. Another 23%. Now they're up to 121 million. So yeah, you got memes that are still doing very, very well on top of Solana. We have Whiff that had a huge day yesterday. We have Bonk that's still around a billion market cap. And Myro now is gaining some strength. There's a lot of memes coming out all the time. Okay, you got to be careful with it. But it seems like Myro looks like they have some new trending bot that's on their Telegram. And then they also added the Buy Myro on their website. So they're trying to add a little utility. But overall, memes, they're just memes, okay? They're supposed to be fun. So it's up to you. But obviously, be careful because they could dump down very fast. I talked about Ethereum and their Dencun. I just talked about last night. And this upgrade is coming. This one is for testing. But then afterwards, they'll go apply it. But how does this help? This actually helps the L2s. That helps the L2s in a big way. It makes things a lot cheaper and faster to transact. And couldn't help notice, but today you got the L2s. Optimism up 8% today. Arbitrum up 4% today. Okay, so the L2s are responding. I just said it last night. Pay attention to the L2s because after this upgrade, it actually helps the L2s a lot more than it helps Ethereum itself. Pay attention because these guys are starting to rip. Optimism is already so big at $4 billion. 1 billion higher than Arbitrum, but you don't want to miss out on Arbitrum either. They have different plans now. Arbitrum is trying to introduce L3s, and Optimism is trying to create a super chain. So they are deviating. They're not staying on the same path. And of course, Ethereum is gaining some love because of ETF hype. Now Larry Fink says he sees value in ETH ETFs. So this could be coming. And here's the thing. They have an application. The application deadline is in August. So we could actually see Ethereum spot ETFs in August. If Larry wants it done, it's probably going to be done. That's if Gary is still around. If Gary's still, I don't know. He might be on his way out. But if he's around, then maybe. Maybe Larry's go force it. If someone else comes in, I don't know, Larry probably could force it. Blur, which is NFT marketplace, now dominates with 80% of trading volume. I can't even believe that. Like, I still remember, and I still have my collection on OpenSea, right? But somehow now all the NFT guys just switched to Blur, and OpenSea does not have a token. So that's quite amazing. And because of this, of course, they're collecting their fees, and Blur is doing very, very well. Today, they're up 10%, 11%. For the week, they're up 28%. So Blur is another one within Ethereum to watch out for. A lot of these Ethereum dApps are starting to gain a lot of attention. Blur, under $1 billion. Looks like it's still a steal if it commands 80% of the trading volume on top of Ethereum. From a chart perspective, it's still looking good. We're trending up. There's no doubt about it. If you're looking at Bitcoin, you may be wondering, oh, it looks so bad right now. It looks so bad. Why do we fall? Why do we not continue upwards? But then, if you zoom out a little bit, I drew some lines. You guys love lines. You zoom out a little bit, you realize, well, Bitcoin's just been trending upwards since October. Upwards and upwards and upwards and upwards. And so we're moving according to plan. There's a lot of red lines, a lot of resistances, a lot of supports, but ultimately, we're just trending upwards. We just gotta give it some time. SPY ETFs are here. Halving event is around the corner. More and more people FOMO into Bitcoin and crypto. It all adds up. The fundamentals of Bitcoin has never been better. And again, when in doubt, zoom out and you realize we're doing just fine and we are going to go much, much higher. And that's why you see a billion here, billion there, a billion there being minted everywhere. And where do you think these billions are going? Probably a lot of it to Bitcoin and a lot of it into other projects too. So today, actually, you got a lot of other projects leading the way besides Bitcoin. But the entire sector is going to be trending up in a big way. Massive pumps will be coming. We have experienced some massive pumps just a few days ago, and it will come. And it'll wipe out any memories of staleness or consolidation or anything like that. And of course, besides Bitcoin ETFs, okay, there are many, 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 many reasons why. I've mentioned inflation, even though supposedly it came down. I mean, yesterday we had an inflation report that showed inflation going back up again. Inflation will never truly go away. And inflation will keep robbing you of your buying power. So you need to hold on something, an asset that will out appreciate inflation. And there's no better asset to do that than Bitcoin, right? But then, of course, there's other things coming up, other catalysts coming up, right? Like the halving event I just mentioned too. There's so many reasons why Bitcoin has a huge upside for the remainder of this year. So you guys just have to be patient. A lot of people are saying Grayscale is dumping. Grayscale is jumping ship. I'm going to do more research into it, but I'm glad you guys pointed that out. Grayscale purposely made their fee 1.5% versus everyone else. They're at like 0.2%, 0.25%, and Grayscale made theirs 1.5%, as if they did it on purpose so that no one would buy their new GBDC. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, and people are saying they're dumping. You know, I'm going to have to do more research. Maybe Crypto Quant or someone else could actually detect if that's actually true. And also, I just mentioned the volume doesn't make sense, that they have such high number versus BlackRock and everyone else. And that could be the reason why Bitcoin is down a little bit if Grayscale is dumping all their Bitcoin. But regardless, the market will eat it up. And if you continue to DCA and HODL, you may one day find that you're up $3 billion in gains, just like Michael Saylor. That's not bad. That's not bad. Keep in mind, Saylor's not an OG. Saylor got in like 2020. A lot of OGs like myself and others got in much, much earlier. But regardless, you didn't have to get into 2011 or 2013 to be up $3 billion. You just need to put in a lot of money and keep holding and DCAing. That's it. Saylor does not, at least from what I've seen from his posted trades, he's not timing the top or bottom. He just continues to DCA randomly, right? And a lot of times he DCAs very high, and people pick on him. But he also DCAs low. And if you average it out, it doesn't matter. He's up $3 billion. Okay, and that number is going to keep on climbing. Think about it. If Bitcoin goes up a 10x, within the next 2 cycles, he's going to be up $30 billion. And if it keeps on going, that number is going to keep on growing. And that's assuming he doesn't buy any more Bitcoin, but he will. He's going to buy up everything, basically.